Welcome back to the Etihad for the second half. You may hear a pin drop here. The Etihad is still cheering, but it's a lot more silent than usual. As Manchester City commit a foul on a man who is on fire. 7 appearances and 4 goals. Aaron Henwood has completely rolled over Manchester City so far. He's on there for a hat-trick. Aaron Henwood completely demolishing this Manchester City team, which has looked weak throughout the season. The big names that have left are well documented, and City proving once again that their names are hurting them. Such big names leaving the club in the summer. Aguero to Barcelona and Dzeko to Arsenal, to name a couple. Company to Chelsea. Oh, look at Aaron Henwood. He's skipping past everybody. Headed back in. Henwood comes up with it. Oh, a hat-trick for Aaron Henwood. He's done it. Oh my goodness. Aaron Henwood, he cannot be stopped this afternoon. What a performance. Absolutely picking off Manchester City's defence and scoring with complete ease. Headed back in. Bad touch from, I think it was Mangala. Henwood, cool as a cucumber, slots it past Joe Hart. He's having a nightmare. Aaron Henwood cannot be stopped. And a hat-trick, his first in quite a while. And Aaron Henwood is completely taking apart Manchester City in this game. 5 goals for the season already. He always sets a target of 10. He could comprehensively beat it this season if he keeps going like that. Excuse me, well, Manchester City, what can you say? An absolutely belting performance by Aaron Henwood, and we all know a couple of years back when City actually defeated United by about 6-1, I think it was. Manchester City, United rather, are really paying them back for that. In this game in particular, Stefan Jovetic has made 10 appearances so far for City, and I don't think he would have expected this to come across his team today. And Aaron Henwood is just on fire. There's no stopping him. He picked off Mangala like it was so easy, like it was in the playground. Aaron Henwood immediately just it's just reinvigorating his team. You know, they took such a tough loss at the hands of Arsenal in the League Cup, and Aaron Henwood has come back from that and completely showed City that United, despite their cup exit, are going to be in the running for this league title this season. Oh, Aaron Henwood again. He's picking them off. Joe Hart bubbles about twice. And Joe Hart's really struggling in goal, and Henwood is just blowing by every City person that comes near him. And United players are just giving him the ball. United just saying, here you go, here's the ball, score some more, mate. Aaron Henwood, take a bow, because this afternoon he has been fantastic. Using Toure for City, trying to probably get his team going here. Toure, the City captain, with the departure of Vincent Kompany in the summer window. Toure, oh, that's a fantastic tackle by Michael Carrick. Here's Wilson. Hummels versing German teammate Martin Demichelis, but so far it's Hummels' team that are ahead by 3-0, and you don't see that being thrown away. Van Persie, just beautiful movement. Manchester United are back to their best. Shaw, Henwood again, and force a throw-in. Actually, he's offside. Aaron Henwood is offside. I don't think he even cares. He's got his goals for today. He's still going to do his work. Manchester City substitution. Bakary Sagna is coming on, former Arsenal player. But you could say that Arsenal got a much better replacement for him in Eden Dzeko. Maybe it was even part of the deal, who knows? I don't think it was, but Martin Demichelis has actually gone off. So there goes the German fight we were talking about. Immediately as I said that. Navas. City just needs something. It's Manchester United that are ruling the roost in Manchester this afternoon. Wilson passes back to Henwood. Henwood they're just giving the ball when Henwood actually hits the post. Henwood could score more than 3 here. He could get 4 or 5. Henwood is just steamrolling over them, and Manchester United are just saying, okay, here's the ball. His teammates, they're not bothered. They're just giving Aaron Henwood the ball because he's working his tail off again. That's the kind of impact Henwood has on his team. United are unselfish at the best of times. When it comes to Henwood, they're just giving the ball because he just works so hard to keep it. Despite his lack of balance due to his physical disability, he's been playing brilliantly in terms of balance this afternoon. And we said Aaron's level of play rises against Manchester City, and this afternoon has been another example of that. But then, it's not like he just does it against City. His level of play rises all the time. That's the one thing. People could probably criticise him and say, well, why doesn't he play this hard at other teams? The thing is, he does. And Percy to Wilson, and then Percy was picked off. There's Mangala, who Aaron Henwood made complete mincemeat of in that third goal. Tackled him and slotted it. Beautiful. The second goal was looked like a clumsy mess, but Aaron Henwood got the final touch, which was in some ways majestic, even though I don't think Aaron Henwood meant that at all. Wilson's offside for United, who are just comfortable here as we approach the 67th minute in the second half of this game, which has been a coast for Manchester United, an absolute cruise. And you probably would have expected United to at least beat Manchester City, but not comfortably and comprehensively like this. The loss of names is definitely telling for City this season, and they've shown it in their league table form as well. Nazari, it's safe to say that Louis Van Gaal will probably not be worrying too much about Manuel Pellegrini this season, but there is a Manchester City corner. Aaron Henwood, 4 shots and 3 goals, prolific as anything. Look, here's the second goal. It's actually the shot he hit off the post. Joe Hart was beaten again by the 25-year-old, and once again, Henwood is proving why he's one of the best players in the country, even if it does go unnoticed. As the Manchester City make a substitution. Humlala, the number 76, is coming on. And that's just how different this Manchester City squad is. You probably don't even recognise most of the names in it. Oh, headed in, and De Gea with a fantastic save. I thought it was actually headed away to begin with. Aaron Henwood is actually in the back of David De Gea's net. Great save by David De Gea. Henwood goes to congratulate him as always. Such a great team spirit Aaron Henwood has. But yeah, he's still in David De Gea's net. He wants a goal line clearance. He wants goal line technology to come to the fore. Because I don't think there has been any since Manchester United started the season. There hasn't been any close calls and goal line technology decisions. Here's Wilson. No, it's Fernandinho. It's Wilson actually with him. My apologies. Fernandinho with Wilson. Wilson's actually going back to defend. Here's Samir Nazari. Goes past Luke Shaw. Hulala. Hulala. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. I've heard of this guy before. Navas. There's Cavani. City would have looked to score the goals in this game, but they've been nowhere. And defensively, they've been a lot worse. I guess there's a difference between the two Manchester clubs this season. We said in the first half that Manchester United addressed their defensive problems immediately with the signing of Matt Hummels, and City haven't done that. But like we said, maybe the financial fair play rules came into effect, and they couldn't do that. Manchester United haven't really made any big signings until this season. Well, Samir Nazari is going off for David Silva, so that's one name that has survived. David Silva, and it's a wonder why he didn't start, to be honest. But here he comes. 15 minutes left in this game. Valencia to Michael Carrick. James Wilson. James Wilson tackled by Mangala, but no foul given. No need to give it. Here's Navas. Fernandinho. Marcus Rojo is now back in position. There's just no urgency from City in the second half. As I say, Manuel Pellegrini has lost his players in this game. His players are just not at it at the moment. And Aaron Henwood just completely broken the spirit in the Manchester City camp this afternoon. It's a goal kick. Well, David De Gea has certainly done his part as well. This is a fantastic save from the header. And that forced a corner. And nothing came with that either. David De Gea has been a revelation over the last 2 or 3 seasons now. And David Moyes, he performed admirably well. It has to be said, David De Gea was probably the best player on the pitch a lot of the time for Manchester United. And he's proving why that now is the time for David De Gea to establish himself as a top Manchester United goalkeeper, and he's certainly doing that with great style and grace as well, with great saves. And Henwood, a man who has been graceful in his second goal. It was just absolutely majestic stuff. Wouldn't have betted Henwood doing that, and I don't think he intended it either. Henwood knew nothing about it, but he wanted the goal and he got it, rightly so, and then got his hat-trick. A fantastic tackle on Mangala and then slotting it past the goalkeeper. Joe Hart has had a nightmare against him tonight, or this afternoon rather. There's a booking, and it's going to be for Yaya Toure supposedly. I guess we're not going to get a replay of it, which is weird. The referee did play advantage earlier, so I guess that's what it was for. And there is City's lack of urgency right there. He walks into Van Persie. Wilson. Henwood is onside. Look at the space. Henwood scores 4. Henwood scores 4, and the City defence is nowhere near him. Aaron Henwood has found it easy this afternoon. He's had a breeze of a game. 4 goals, and City's defence is nowhere near him. Aaron Henwood has demolished the City defence this afternoon, and with 6 minutes left, Henwood has now scored 4, and he's got the lot. What a game from Aaron Henwood, undoubtedly one of his best ever since joining United 10 years ago. Well, it'll be 9, it'll be 10 next year, but wow. Comfortable and cool strike. Aaron Henwood has 4, and still going. Beautiful game from the 25-year-old, turns 26 in February, and already has 6 goals to his name, adding to the one against Burnley and Swansea and Everton. He scored late against Swansea, and then scored the winner against Everton, what turned out to be the winner, even though Eto'o scored another one to make that game 5-4. But it's a 4 here from Manchester United, and it's a 4-0, and Aaron Henwood's got all 4 goals. It's Clichy. Humla. Dino. Zabaleta. City just nowhere. He could probably get a consolation here. Here's Cavani, who's not really had a lot to do. Michael Carrick, great tackle on Cavani. And Manchester United go forward again. And Aaron Henwood is pushing forward. Wilson's going to pick him out. Surely not 5 for Aaron Henwood. And he's finally missed. Surely not 5. Aaron Henwood could still score 5. It's his left foot that time. Didn't really come off for him. And it was wonderful how Wilson just obligingly giving Henwood the ball as he ran. And I think he came from the halfway line again. Aaron Henwood is running the whole pitch. And now he's scoring buckets of goals. Navas. Oh, picked off by Rojo. But then Rojo lost it. And there's just nothing from City at all. Complete demolition job here. The big names lost have counted for City in this afternoon in this derby. And you don't really see much for City moving forward either. They've been lying in 8th place on the table for a while now, and maybe that place is justified at this point. Wilson to Henwood again. There's a gap in the defence. Henwood gets tackled finally by Mangala. Someone actually stops Aaron Henwood's run. Silva. Toure on a yellow card. Yaya Toure, that is. Here's Zabaleta. Here's Humla. Humla poked it through. And cleared up by Matt Hummels. Goes into Van Persie. Trying to get it back to Wilson. Wilson does pick it up. Oh, Henwood here is Henwood again. Look at the defence. Nowhere. Aaron Henwood gets blocked. If Henwood scored 5, then would it... Oh, absolutely majestic performance. Who cares? If Aaron Henwood scored 5, it would have been just the icing on the cake. Is there much to say, but Manchester United win by 4-0 and Aaron Henwood gets a lot with a fantastic, majestic performance. City absolutely nowhere near him. Nowhere near the team. Manchester City 0, Manchester United 4, and Aaron Henwood has rolled over them and got the lot. Well, let's take a look at all the other scores from the Barclays Premier League today. Arsenal with another win over struggling Burnley, still only 1 point, and you really have to start feeling sorry for Burnley at this point. Aston Villa 1, Spurs 2. Spurs took the initiative and won that game. Chelsea thumping QPR by 3-0. Crystal Palace beat Sunderland by 2-0. Everton 3, Swansea City 0. Hull City lost to Southampton 2-1. Leicester City 0, West Brom 1. So that still leaves Burnley with a chance in the relegation zone. We'll look at the table in a second. Manchester City absolutely rolled over by Aaron Henwood and Manchester United 4-0. But it doesn't mean much because Liverpool have won 2-0 against Newcastle, where Stoke City and Fort Britannia are beaten by West Ham. Meaning for the table, it now looks like this. Liverpool, thanks to their win at Newcastle, still keep their 2-point lead over Manchester United despite their 4-0 thumping of rival City. Chelsea in third and Arsenal moving to the top 4, now 2 points clear of 5th place Spurs. Newcastle United are 6th. In the relegation zone, it's Swansea City, Leicester City and Burnley who lose ground. Leicester City are still on 5 and now the situation is starting to look pretty dire for a struggling Burnley who lost 1-0 at Arsenal this afternoon, and Burnley, you have to say now, are in trouble.